Yes, give thanks.
Yes, and
Give,
I really would like to, thank you again. And also, that you have been encouraging me to start this new series, which is going to go on every Sunday for the love of reggae. So, and you giving me the strength to do the first premiere.
yes.
Yes.
Give,
So everybody who's on the live, welcome. Foundation singer, songwriter, musician Yami Bolo, who has been in this industry for 37 years. If we
hey,
count from 1986, when you were 13 years old.
hey.
Yeah, starting out, as a sound system singer, I guess, with youth promotion, Sugar Minott.
Yes, yes. It all started at Human Promotion, yes. Sugar
Yes, and I couldn't even begin to count the catalog that you have. I don't even know if you know your full catalog, because anytime I go in my record shelf, I just find 7-inch. I'll be like surprised. I forgot how many Yami Bolo I actually have.
yeah, we give thanks to the Most High for the inspiration, and for the ghetto people, in the ghetto which I grow and see the suffering of many people. And I say, oh, can I help to bring a message to help change, the system, So we give thanks to the Most High to give us those inspiration, Yeah.
Yes. So, starting out this, I wonder if you could just talk a little bit about then your early beginning, since you started already at 13. How come, you came into music so early on?
Well, it is destiny. All of my family is music, my mother, and the all of us used to write poems, and it came into me when Brother Bob tried on to the higher heights as a youth. I was listening to the message music, and it came to me that this is the kind of message I have to hold. The message music to bring, peace and love to you. You know what I mean? So we stay with that message, culture music.
Yeah. So, like, what music then in 86 were you listening to?
Well, in 1986, we would go to the sugar mine have all of the music from Studio One. So we used to go and search the sound box. And I used to go back when I wasn't born yet. And I would see music, from Coxsone, Studio One, and the real music, Alton Ellis, Dennis Brown, Greg Snack, Ken Boot, Junior Delgado, Augustus Pablo, all of the great ones, them.
Yeah.
And, up to today's present dancehall artists, everything was, at Sugar Mine at Human Promotion. So these are the kind of music I was listening at the time that inspire us to continue to make conscious music.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Like you mentioned Augustus Pablo, because you did work a lot with Augustus Pablo in the 80s and the early 90s. And I know you played the melodica.
Yes, because while I was at Human Promotion, Junior Delgado came and he saw me at Human Promotion and he told Sugar Mine at the time, I'm taking this one, because you have a lot of stars, So he took me under his wing, me and White Mice, and we moved up into the mountain and start to get the knowledge of Rastafari and, Ital food. And Pablo gave me my first piano because he see that I am a quick learner and he wanted to impart some of the knowledge. So that's where the melodic vibration come, Yeah, he was showing us roots music from the organic spiritual music,
Yeah.
So we say give thanks to Pablo and the Rockers International Foundation, the Junior Delgado Foundation, Earl China Smith, and all of the elders them, Dr. Baga, the whole family. Yeah. Ranchi. Yeah.
Okay, so you were up in the mountains. Was that like a bingy groundation or what kind of settings?
Well, it was more like a heaven because Juna Delgado and Pablo who lived there also, and we was in creation time, creation movements. We're learning, and so to
Mm.
me, to live with Augustus Pablo and Juna Delgado is a one of my joy. And White Mice. It was four of us, and the four of
Yeah.
us went to England. After that, we went to England to tour. It was a
Oh.
family relation. So it was deeper. It was a deep connection of rockers music, learning the roots of rockers music then. That's what was
Yeah.
going on. We truly give thanks to the elders for that, impart
Yeah.
that knowledge upon us. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed, you have clips of yourself playing all different instruments, and so you really have all these musical talents.
Yes, well,
Is that?
while I was at Sugar Minott have all the instruments, and I
Oh.
come from in the ghetto. So when I come from in the ghetto now, I wanted to learn to play everything. So I would play around the drum, the bass, the piano, so everything. I just tell myself I can play it. And because I am music, and music is I, and inside the I just try to arrange, write, produce, and that's
Yeah.
is my joy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned, touring. I guess you have been doing a lot of touring, but I, found out that in '94 you did a collab with a Japanese reggae artist called Miya. On an album it sold over, 500,000 in Japan. So did you also go and tour in Japan in connection with that?
Oh yes, Miyazawa Kazafumi is one of my hero in
Mm.
Japan. Because it happened in a natural way. Where we collaborated through our friend Sonia Chai, and he saw me on the stage. And he said he want to work with Yami, and we come together. He came to Jamaica, and we create a project called Love is Dangerous. It was
Oh.
5 songs, but the 5 songs was with version. It become like a powerful album, and we give thanks to the Japanese collaboration. It was a great movement and a great learning, for me as well, because when I met with Maya, they say come to Japan to watch him perform, and I say come to Japan to perform. I'm not gonna get no pay. I'm just gonna come to watch somebody to perform. And I was like, it's kind of crazy, but a spirit came and I heard the word of Bob, and Bob said you have to go out there. Sometimes you have to go out there. So that came to me, and I said, come me and my brother, and I said, let us go on this journey to see what is happening over there. And I went, and when I went over there, I saw that Miya play all instruments. He play 1-string instrument, 2-string, 3-string, 6-string, 8-string, all the instruments. And he had a crowd of, like 16-year-old, 13, up to 80 years old.
Oh.
And I said, wow. And one of the songs inspired me right away, and I love everything. And, he was introducing me to this market. So it was a very good thing that I humble myself and go with Jah and, went there to plant the seed, And
Yeah.
it was a good
So
vibes to know that.
already that's like in the mid '90s. So reggae was already, big in Japan then for
Well,
them to have it established like that.
reggae is a sea, Reggae is the big sea, the mighty sea. All the other music tributaries and river that flows into the reggae sea. Big up
Yeah.
to all the other music, big up to every other music, but reggae is the mighty sea. And all the other musics are like tributaries that flows into the river. The mighty sea called reggae. Every other music flows into the reggae sea. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that picture for real. Okay,
Yeah.
so so you went there, and is it somewhere you've been going back after this? Like you ever tour back in Japan, and you have your loyal supporters still?
Well, after planting the seed will grow into trees and into the arts of humanity. And when God ready again to do a next project, He will make it happen, because everything happens through God, through Jah,
Yes.
So Jah's will, everything will happen within the passage of time,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I just know that reggae is, still big over in Japan and Asia, and I mean all over the world, as you would say. It's
Yes.
the biggest music for real. Okay, so moving on, because I'm just going through some important that I thought, stand out. For example, now in 2001, you had a song on the Damian Junior Gong album Halfway Tree, which actually won a Grammy for Best Reggae Album. And how did that collaboration come about?
Well, that collaboration, everything happens through Jah, through the powers of Jah.
Mm-hmm.
And Jah spoke to Stephen Marley to, introduce me to the project. And so through that movement, that is how that come to be into reality,
Okay.
And so
Okay, and were you in Jamaica? Were you in Jamaica at the time, or like just practically when you were recording this?
Yes, we was in Jamaica, and Steve gave me the rhythm, and I take it home into the lab and listening to it and vibes in it, because I love to take the vibes into the lab, and we come up with a vibration, That's how it works. We come up with a vibration, and through the powers of the Most High, it give us the right vibes to come with, And Steve is a genius, Junior Gang is a genius. So it was one of the wonderful project I ever been on, because I love Bob Marley. He is one of my mentor, like Junior Delgado and Augustus Pablo.
Yeah.
If there was no Bob Marley, they wouldn't have no Yami Bolo. Because Yami Bolo inspired me. And
if there was no Bob Marley, I probably wouldn't have been sitting here myself.
Yeah, because what he have done for us and the inspiration that he have given to us and the direction and show us what to fight for, and what to stand for, and the love of humanity and spread good words, to humanity together. That's the part I look at in everything. How we can come together to bring love together to humanity,
Yeah, that is a theme, that goes right through, all of your music. It's love. Whether it's love for a woman, but also mainly, the love for Jah. So yeah.
I came from the womb of love. I am love. Music is love. And through this reason, from dancehall days, man's in love, give thanks to Jalis Chua, one of my original brethren who wrote that song with me, original, and I love my woman, but the love of Jah is the paramount, because, Jah had brought us through many things and inspire us, and he never leave us, and in the pit of hell, he was there to protect us and bring us up, show us that, evil have power and good have power, choose which one is the better power, and true love is the vibration of all power, even when them, manipulate and take love, granted, but love is the supreme power and the higher frequency. So that is why we always sing, love will rule the world, love, will keep pushing that vibration. Yeah. It's the creation, to balance the creation, Yeah.
Yes. And also, a common theme is that you have a lot of songs that are anti-guns and weapons. I mean, it's connected to that love thing, but you know, as a lyrical topic.
Yes. Well, having grew up in a ghetto, Kingston 13, where we were surrounded by the guns. However, we have the music and we have studios, you know, and we have the singers, the DJs. And so it's not only a Jamaica problem, but it's a worldwide political problem, you know. Jamaica never make no gun and it's become political. So I kind of like use diplomacy and stay away from. But the song is inspiration from Jah that, you know, most of my little friend them die from the gun. And, you know, we grew up together and we play cowboy and Indian, bodas and gunfight. And so, you know, after a while, you know, music is my vehicle to talk to the brethren them or talk to the soldier them or the shot or the knockis or the killy or whatever, you know. And God, me as an instrument coming from Kingston 13, because we could have taken it up too. We could have taken it, you know, but, you know, it's not our road that. Our road is to bring love and spread a message of love. I've been seeing it first and living in it through 19 general election, you know, coming through these things and see these things happening when them say, you know, political thing are going, you know, and the youth as a baby are watching and see these things. You have to choose a side, you know, and that's what happened. Growing up in the ghetto. So this music is really garrison music, you know, trying to talk to the youth, you know.
Exactly. And I mean, unfortunately, that whole cycle of violence is still there. And this is how many youth still grow up in the ghetto in Jamaica and other places up to this day. So these are serious topics, and they are, you know, describing a reality for many people still.
It's a worldwide problem, you know, because it's just set like that. It's the hand that was handed down. It was the hand that is handed down to the people, whether they are in the garrison or whether they are in wherever they are. So whatever hand we are given, we have to try and win with it, you know. Some people have a royal flushing straight hand, and sometimes you might just have a little one king in your hand, you know. But you have to win with it still, by the grace of God. Yes.
I mean, speaking of God, you know, you have your faith as a Rasta man, and I actually read that since you've been in the US, you have also conducted some academic studies into the subject. Could you please tell us a little bit about that? I thought that was very interesting.
Oh, well, traveling through some of the greatest college in America, we was in the Life and Death series with one of our sister, Stephanie Black, you know. And so we went through a portion of the top colleges of America, but especially in the MIT, where we did a little thing. To me, it was like a little thing, but when the guy mentioned of it, it was a very big thing, because, you know, my knowledge and stuff could never bring me through these gates, but through the power of collaboration and, you know, the power of the Most High Jah, reciprocity and all these powerful, you know, works that had caused me to be there, and I truly give thanks, you know, to being there. It's a short, but, you know, powerful vibration, you know.
Okay, but what exactly was it? Like you were taking studies, or you were giving lectures, or what was it?
It was a lecture of vibration. It was a day, you know, when, you know, the students would ask me questions and things, because I've never did a lecture before. But it was very, you know, interesting, because I knew that, you know, these are the future generation, you know, youths I'm talking to, the future leaders. So it was a very great connection, which now put to a level where I have to continue to write more songs for the unification of humanity. You know, having been and seen these great youths that the future, you know, it made me have to think to write more powerful songs, you know, more than just love you, you know, more than just baby, I love you so and I love you body. I have to write something that can, you know, speak to the mind of humanity in some way, you know, hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
Good hear it.
Oh.
You know.
Okay, you know, I was on Wikipedia and it said that you are of the in the Rasta association with the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Is that so? Or are you like affiliated with any one of the main, you know, 4 main branches?
Well, yes, I was baptized in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. And
Okay.
I was given a name called Tesfa Selassie.
Okay.
Tesfa Selassie. So I guess the works that I am functioning and the message that I am bringing is through this energy, Tesfa Selassie. You know, because, you know, once you take the sacrament, you know, wherever you go or whatever you do, you cannot escape. You cannot run from it. You cannot run from it once you already take the sacrament, you know. Maybe you wasn't ready yet, but God knows why he ordained you to do this job, this work. And I must take it serious, you know. I got to sail the ship, as the man said. I got to carry the ship same, you know.
Okay, so that baptism and that, was that when you were still in Jamaica? I mean, was it early on in your life or?
Well, it was a time when we as Rastaman, and I was following the other Rastaman, and we used to burn out church, you know, so fire burn on the church. So one day, I was dreaming that somebody was burning up in the fire. But before that, the deacon of the church used to say to me, hey, you Rastaman, I Selassie, I bring the church for you guys in Jamaica, and you man get it, you make the bald man take over the church and telling you that you can't come to church unless you trim. So, you know, I've been burning out the church. When we wake up one morning and we say, you know, someone burned up in the fire, and it was our brother, Garnet Seal, burned up in the fire.
Yes.
And I get a little scared, a little boomy, because he was saying to me the week before, like, you cannot out there carrying these messages.
Yeah.
And you're not protected by the Holy Spirit, you know, and I never take it like serious. So that get me a little boomy, because Garnet used to be by Youthman Promotion too, you know. And when I went down there and I look for myself, it was like real ashes and fire. So I was like, wow, let's get scared. So now, you know, I willingly went in to do the sacrament. You know, I know that the TV station was watching and all this thing. I never knew that, but you know, I think they captured it. And
okay.
So yeah, big up to the Orthodox Church, you know. But before that, my grandma used to send me to church. We started out at the Philadelphia Church in Kingston, in Greenwich Town, and we used to go and sing by the Blount Street Church, City Mission Church, another part of the ministry. We used to ministry within the City Mission Church with Mr. Richards and Sister Richards. You know, they were like elders over us. They look over us, you know, as little youth in the ghetto. So music has always been in the church until just say, you got to take it into the dance hall, you know. So the dance hall was the vehicle. The dance hall was the vehicle to get the Yami Bolo name known throughout Jamaica with Sugar Minott, and then Sugar Minott sent us in England, you know, to go do the same dancehall thing on the sound system, Youthman Promotion. We do Leeds, Liverpool, and the whole of these places, Bristol, you know.
When was this, approximately?
Like in 1986.
Oh, already? So when you were 13, 14 years old, you went to England the first time?
we were doing it. We were doing it.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, we were promotioning the sound. Yeah, it was promotioning.
So
Was doing the work.
did Youthman Promotion at that time already have established a branch in England? Because I know they have it now, but already, or was that also the beginning for them going over there?
Well, for me, it was the first time for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Sugar already had established a branch over there because Sugar had the good thing going and all the big songs before, so he already might have established a branch. Because when I went over there, I met a few of the brethren them from Sugar Camp.
Yes.
It was a joyous occasion, Bertie and the whole England crew, and that was the first time I went into the Finsbury Park, and when I sang, they tear down the gate. They tear down the fence to come and see me. And that's when I realized, something full going on here, I gotta be serious. From tear up body pants to the place I tear down, come hear you. That's look good. So yeah, it's a joy, So we give thanks, for that vibration.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You have so much history to share, definitely. And I have some questions written up, but before going more into the music, or actually about the music, because you have started your own label. And when did you do that, and why? I was thinking.
Well, in 1991, I was making an album for Nine in the Observer, but before that, Augustus Pablo had written a letter and told us that I'm graduated now. Like my masters, Augustus Pablo had written a letter, master, and you're graduated now. And he said to me, I must produce myself now and go and produce myself. And so I started to produce an album and went to some people, to help make it manifest. And we get some experience within the project, and we was learning. And then I decided that we need to farm Yam Euphony music to have a direction in the kind of music I personally would love to produce.
Yes.
Because all kind of music out there, and everybody have, and I like acoustic music. I like different kind of music, sometimes you like a little pop rock, whatever the thing is, because music is music. And I have no limiting, that is why when these other young youths doing their thing and not interfering with it, because I don't know, I don't compete. I try to come and create something, as well as, love everybody for what they are doing. Their creation and their art, they're pushing their thing, and I am pushing our thing, So there's a balance,
Yes, exactly. So did you ever have any other artists signed to this label, or is it mainly your own releases on it?
I'm really focusing on me still. However, now we have a new branch, YBMG. That will focus on the artists, and develop, stuff like that. But the reason is for the kind of message that the organic message music that the elders have given to us and tell us that this is the kind of music we must make. And that is the reason why I come up with the Yam Euphony vibration, the name, and to link up to make it,
Yeah, okay. I was a little bit thinking about it, because once you're in control and you have your own label, and then you have your rights, and when it comes to the copyrights and masters and all of these things, because we all hear the stories about how each and every artist basically got ripped off their rights back in those days. Is that something that you also went through in your early times?
It never stopped.
No.
it is political and some of it is intellectual. However, as I said to you from the beginning, whatever hand I was given, I must win with it by the grace of God. So I will not look at the bitterness or the evil intentions of the adversaries who had planned whatever they want to do. But God's work is bigger than money or material gain. So it's a spiritual thing, even though it's a physical thing. Within the passage of time, what is rightfully mine will be mine, and what is rightfully, the other people will be for the other people. However, we must humble ourselves and let God fight the battle. The battle is not mine, saith the Lord. So I must not look at all of this stuff, because this stuff will blind my heart, my eyes, and my heart, and make me harden and become more evil than the person that. So you stay focused. I stay focused and continue to make music. Within the passage of time, everything will come to be what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Wow, yeah, that's a really good way of seeing it. I mean, because some people, I'm sure they have been very discouraged, once realizing that they got robbed really and truly out of all of, their efforts from a long time. But yeah,
there are people who are intellectual enough, who knows how to do this very good, and their only intention is to continue to do that, to take advantage or disadvantage of the simple man. So if that's their intention, we cannot change their intention. However, through the courage of God and his humility and his great power, he put one down and he lift one up.
Yeah, and I mean now the times have changed actually a lot, because back then it was a monopoly in many ways with the studios and how the whole industry was set up. Now with the internet and especially the music coming out now, and the youths who are doing music right now have educated themselves into all of these particular things, the business side of it. So it looks like they are really on top of that and make sure that they actually get paid for their work, as a business too. So that is a good thing about the industry now comparing to then, I guess, also. So,
well, as I say, you're right. As I say, some things I don't discuss because it is political.
Yeah.
However, I am knowledgeable enough, and I know that what is mine, and what is theirs is theirs. But I don't speak about these things too much.
No.
I speak about other stuff because, it's not good to speak about certain stuff within, But yes, every man should know his rights and get his rights. But as I say, a lot of people are there, and their only aim and goal is to take disadvantage of the artists or the simple man.
Yeah.
However, I have to be diplomatic in speaking about these topics because I don't want to hate on me. So I prefer to keep it more into a more lovable conversation.
Okay,
a peaceful conversation. But yes, I want to know every point and every decimal and every intellectual property rights that is there for me. That due to the artist, I need to know everything, and I'm surely as much as any other artist. Trust me.
Yeah.
But when you cannot fight, you cannot fight yet. You cannot fight, you can't fight it. You got to just humble and stay down.
Okay. Yeah. Well, because I have some of my personal favorites from back when I was myself a teenager. You see, I used to be very much into anything produced by Linval Thompson. And
Yeah.
you did work a lot with Linval Thompson, who is he was both I should say, a singer and also a great producer. Can you please talk a bit about that era in time?
Well, in that era and time in Jamaica, it was a very great time. And when we met with brother Linval Thompson, he's Samson, and my name is October. And he was in my area, Kingston 13, Spanish Town Road, where Mary, Henry, John Jalars come from in that area too. So it's the music used in my area. So knowing that Linval was in the business before me, he decided that he wanted to record me as an artist, and we did 2 albums.
Yeah.
And we did like a double album. And up till today, that album stood like the test of time. Haile Selassie the First, and some very, powerful song is on that album,
Yeah.
And I found that other artist was on those rhythm before me, which also create another vibration, make it more, stronger. So big up Linval, big up Linval Thompson for, knowing that Yami have a good vibration and, spend the time, the effort, like Tapazuki, he have 2 albums, and Linval have 2 albums, because they both believe in Yami talent as an artist.
So those albums, but then were you also doing like singles? A lot of singles, because there are a lot of singles available, or maybe those are actually off the albums.
No. I was doing a lot of singles and stuff when I was in Jamaica.
Yes.
We have a nice rhythm, and his rhythm sound nice, and him come and check Yami. Yami say, yo, I like that rhythm, and I'm gonna sing on it, and I'm gonna sing a nice song on it. That's how I've been building the catalog over the years, And so, it's a different way, a different vehicle, it's a different way. And so one morning you might wake up and you find out that you have a lot of songs, because I wasn't really counting it. I was just making music. I wasn't counting it. And then one day you wake up, you find out you have a lot of songs.
Yes, definitely. So Linval Thompson, which studio did he have? From back then, his own studio, or did he work out of any other studio? Do you know? When you were
I don't remember which studio we do at the moment, but we work at a different studio. We work at a different studio. But it was a very I remember the time when the studio name at the moment. But
okay.
It was
Okay, so there's one other producer I wanted to bring up, which is Bobby Digital of Digital B, that you did also do some works with, right?
Yeah, well, Bobby Digital now, him and King Jammies came together. I did some songs for King Jammies, and Brother Bobby did some songs. Bobby put out Weep Not, Behold the Conquering Lion. In those times, the crime rate was high in Jamaica, and conscious music single-handedly brought down the crime level. Sizzla, we just come out, Garnet still come out. Bobby Digital was the man that was pushing the conscious music in those times. And so Bobby Digital is a producer, a great man in the music industry, like King Jammies. There was a certain kind of music that was playing that caused the crime to drop. And every man want to rise up, every DJ want to be something, even though the struggle there, but the music of a way, the kind of rhythm, the kind of studio want them, of a certain way, make the people feel conscious of themselves. I don't know if it's the tempo, the RPM, but whatever the vibration that come from it, and the instrumentation, it have something to do with the people, the Jamaica people. They love good music, man. Yeah,
It's true. I mean, a lot of those rhythms are actually original Studio One rhythms, but
yeah.
rebuilt in that sound of that time. And as you said, actually, that's very interesting because that was the time when the Rasta movement really, came out. And many say that when Garnet Silk came at that time, and as you said, Sisla, Tony B, and all the Bobo Dread movement. So you're actually saying that impacted the rate of violence went
Yeah, it
down because of the whole.
it single-handedly brought down violence, crime.
Mm.
Every youth want to be Rastafari, and it show you the power of music.
Yeah.
Everyone get conscious again and start see themselves again.
Yeah.
So music carry a certain element. Whatever you tell the people to do through music, they will do it. That's the power of music.
Yeah, very powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, speaking about that, because you actually have a brand new single out right now, which is a project with French, I think, Manu Digital and Italian Alborosie. It's called Reggae Music and Love.
Reggae Music and Love. Yes, Reggae Music and Love. When the Manu Digital was been working a long time ago, I met him through one of my brethren, Ducky Blackuro, Rasta Records. I did a song for him called Cut Them Off, and Your Life So Sweet. And Manu Digital was the musician who played or remixed the song. So Manu Digital, he was doing a song for his album. He was making an album for himself. Manu Digital told me he was making an album for himself, and he wanted to do a collab. So we did the collab, but he never told me that he was going to get Alborosie. So he do his miracle, and he tell me after that he gonna get Alborosie on it. I said no problem, And this is how this collab come to be the boom it is today. It's gonna be a nice boom song because it is like a change, a shift into the deep sea again.
Yes, and it's the European connection. I mean, this in Europe, especially they have a whole scene for the digital roots, they call it, I think. That is focused on like trying to bring back somehow a little bit that digital sound from the 80s. And it's very popular over here in Europe. And you, Yami Bolo, is I told you before, a big name in Sweden and I mean, surely over Europe and as reggae is. And a lot of artists are still voicing, like foundation artists are voiced by European labels, right?
Yeah. Well, collaboration has become the mother of civilization. And from time to time, reggae music has been the institution for the singers and players around the world, There's always something that they can learn from reggae music, as well as reggae music can learn something from every other music.
Yeah.
So, they are listening for us and they want to hear, the great music coming from our country, which is reggae, like every other country have their music, and reggae is Jamaica music. Now we have dancehall and we have trap and other kind of music. So, music is music. You have roots music, and you have dancehall music, you have soca music, you have pop music, rap. Music is an international language, So we welcome all music. We welcome all music, man.
Yeah.
welcome all music.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's very good, because that's a thing that I wanted you to speak on, because we are in a situation now, as you know, where there is this debate about dancehall and what is dancehall, what is the original dancehall, and what is this new trap dancehall, and you have a take on this, because the thing is, in the name itself, dancehall, the original definition, if you can go through this again and let people know from your point of view, maybe.
It is a political stunt that was played, because the definition of how we know it as original dancehall singers, dancehall is the name of a place. Dancehall has never been a music. However, if it's for copyright purpose or for intellectual property takeaway, whatever it is for, I don't know, and it will become a second genre of our music, then political reason they created that. Let it be so, I can't change that. But every word is an intellectual property. And so if dancehall become an intellectual property, then the people who created that know why they do that. But we, the artists, know that dancehall is the name of a place.
Yes. So like that was the name of the place, and even, dancehall, people would trace back its roots. If they say that dancehall created hip-hop, and hip-hop just celebrated 50 years, that means dancehall must be older than that in Jamaica, from even back in the 60s. Then.
What they had in the dancehall was, like, as I explained to you, they might have blue beat, ska, reggae, rocksteady, all of this. The DJ music, and DJ toasters would toast on the singer rhythm and create a version where the DJ would come after and chant on it, Oh, things change, modern things, happen. Like, like maybe this vibration where Cool Earth got his vibration from, where, it came into America to become rock, hip hop, or whatever it became, But it became another music, because I have to be very careful when I speak. This is $1 billion industry, and rap became $1 billion inspiration, coming from, as Mr. Earth would have said, a Jamaica priceless gem, a thing called reggae. You understand? And the most priceless gem, the most priceless gem. Yeah. It's just sorry that all of the people them that bring the priceless gem get the priceless treatment, But like the great man say, don't look for no treatment, just carry out the mission as a soldier. It is a soldier's duty to defend his country. When it is a soldier's duty to defend his country, then it is a soldier's duty to defend his music in all aspects.
Yeah. Okay, well, so now would you agree then, because as time went along, that when dancehall, it became the name of a music genre as we now know as dancehall, starting from like early 90s probably, and that sound, that was in itself then like a subgenre of reggae in a way.
Well, as I say, I never get entangled with the confusion, in the sense, like, whatever they want to call it, I just, all right, that's what you call it. Cool, that's what it is. I don't get into it like, okay, it's become problem. No, I love it. But what you would call that is DJ music. Yeah, we would have called that DJ music still. Like, DJ them there, that's their way of eating their food, and I will never interfere with the artist eating them food. And that's not me. All of those that is artists now, I am happy for them. because if they never have the music, they would have the gun. And I'm very happy for them that they are doing music. You understand? People would have ball. More people would be balling. More people would be balling.
Because a lot of youths nowadays are doing this, what they now want to call trap dancehall. And that, I mean, we don't have to go into that debate, like you said, if you don't want to, with a name here, because it seems like it's the name that's creating a problem. Should it be named dancehall, or, you know, is it a subgenre of dancehall, and all this debate that we've now been having for many years? But the truth of the matter is that these youths are making this new kind of music, and a lot of youth are taking into it, and this is a movement. It started in Jamaica, but it also took over in all the small islands, and it's, you know, spreading over the world and reaching up in the charts and doing a lot of things.
I am happy for them. I'm very. You see, I don't interfere with something that don't interfere with me. And if trap music don't interfere with me, I won't interfere with it. You know, because everyone is expressing themselves through their music. Maybe it's the name. It might be the name that's causing a problem. Trap, because nobody want to be in trap or in any kind of trap. But if it's the name of the music, let it be what it is. You know, I just leave that alone and I stay focused. But I respect everyone who's doing their music. You know, stay focused. I know, say, Yami, you know, your music, I conscious music and love music. You just stay focused on that now. But big up to all trappers or all rappers and all people who make music, you know. Love to the people, love to the roots. Just love all over the board. Because music is loving and no care what go on, you know. Music is loving and sharing. I know the show off thing, you know, and the hype up thing. Music is a loving and caring, you know. Yeah. Apart from the business.
You know, exactly. But I mean that what has happened now is that there is some kind of a generational gap here, where there is a lack of communication. A lot of established people like to talk about the youths more than talking with them or to them, and creating any real, you know, bonds and collaboration. So somebody like yourself, you said you love music, and you know, would be open to perhaps to reach out to the youths by doing their music. Is that something that you would see that should be pursued to bridge the gap, or how would you approach it?
I must say, the youths have to do their thing, and the youths are doing what they do best, which is that, you know, collaboration, as I say, is the mother of civilization. So if a youth reach out to me the other day, one of my young artists, and him say, yeah, me and if you do a collaboration, this sister band. I'm say, true. Because I don't look down on artists, you know, our music. You understand? We have to just find a beat that can work, you know, to make it manifest, you know, and that's how music is, you know. So even though it is trap, they might be telling you some serious, harsh reality of getting living in a Kingston, Jamaica, you know, that relate around the world. So music, you know, it's just because it might have a foreign element towards it, like, you know, say calypso is for Trinidad, and you know, say rap music is for America, and you know, say Anaya Bindi is for Jamaica. So it's just something like that. Music is a thing where they can use music and infiltrate the culture, you know. Music is a thing. So you have to understand when certain music are coming, you know, why it coming in and how it coming in. Sometimes it coming in as the youth them express. The cost to make a song can go up into thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of US dollar or whatever, and they can go on the internet and buy a beat for $50. So that was the thing that created that open loop for the trap thing to enter into the space of reggae. So it's now it is intertwined within the genes of the reggae tree.
Okay, yeah, definitely. It's not going to go anywhere, except, it's going to continue to probably grow because it's a whole generation, as I said. And in many of these places that they're finding this music more relatable because it's also speaking a lot about reality. And it have that connect to their own reality, which is in many places is not a very bright reality. And, there and like in other islands, as you said, that have their own specific music, for example, like Trinidad that have soca music, which is a happy-go-lucky, that kind of dance vibe music. So they can, when you want that vibe, you will listen to soca. But when you're on the other meds, they would listen to what they are all referring to as dancehall. They're not calling it no trap dancehall. To them, this is dancehall, their form of dancehall. So, yeah.
I don't interfere. If they call it trap or they call it dancehall, I am happy for them. I just give thanks for music and for the people who make music, whether they're from India or from Russia, Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas, Barbados, or wherever they're from, Europe. I just give thanks to musician and music, and I just big them wherever they are. Continue to making your music. Only one thing though, in making your music, if you could just turn the key to a positive message where we can help save some life, because brother's killing brother, that's not right. And music is an institution that we can use to teach, apart from just money and badness. We can use it to bring our whole nation up, and other youth is coming. Other youth is coming who love music too, and so if we, find a way to make them love music, And
it's also a matter of maybe knowledge too, because for me, who's really into this, I can tell you that as much as they have songs about guns and violence and badness and these things that they are surrounded with, the same artist will also have in their catalog songs about conscious songs, about God and about these kind of topics, but that maybe not as what is out there. So people maybe don't know, they only hear the bad side.
Well, as I say, I don't interfere. Every artist that have some gun song, I know he have some conscious song too. It's just that for some reason, people love bad man thing. People love killing. It's not a Jamaican thing, it's a worldwide thing. People just love, bloodletting, I don't know. Might be some kind of thing going on. Bigger than me. But all I say is, I love the Lulu world. I love the Lulu world. I say, I love the Lulu world. And big up to all of the trap DJ them and everyone who make music.
Well, thank you for that, Okay, this has been a wonderful interview, and maybe, since I really need to limit it, so then I just want to bring it back now in the end here again to the reggae, because, how do you see it that this international genre now, the future of this, I mean, young people coming into it. We had discussion on the State of Dancehall about, and everybody said that reggae don't have a problem because reggae is international and it's thriving internationally. maybe not so much in Jamaica, but you know, a lot of young people are coming into the music. How do you see the future of reggae music?
As reggae, for me, is going to become, reggae has become the world music. It's never going to be no bigger than that. Watch it. You cannot keep a festival without the reggae band there.
Yeah.
And that is the first sign to show you that it has already, it is the big C. Reggae is the big C, like I say. All the other music is rivers and tributaries, right? But reggae is the big, gigantic sea that every music have to flow into reggae. You understand? If you not the truth, reggae is the music that can be collaborated with other music and still bring out a certain feel. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
yeah,
exactly. To reggae and big up to all the other music. Yeah, man.
yeah, exactly. Because a lot of Jamaican reggae that I'm not, to a certain extent, I'm into it, but I've been so focused on the dancehall now over the last few years. But from what I know, Jamaican reggae has become a lot of fusion into it. It actually have a lot of these new artists are doing what they maybe call fusion reggae by fusing it. And the world have always looked to Jamaica for the authentic, the roots reggae, if you know what I'm getting at.
Well, you cannot reinvent the wheel when it is already there, unless you want to make hovercraft or one of those flying machines, you know. But the thing about it is that we need institutions that will teach the organic reggae, you know, in Jamaica. So they will continue to have a school that will, it is there, however, true reggae is the #1 commodity. They need to increase upon these things to ensure that the generation come and understand the importance of creating this kind of music, started by Cox and Lee Perry and the great man with the gun for them side, Duke Reed, and all of these great producers before, you know, because this music will always stand the test of time. And there's a certain way to create it. It cannot be created with just a computer. Yes, it can be created with a computer, but it actually needs a drum, a bass, a guitar, a piano, and all these instruments must be acoustic. It can't be just computer. So to create this kind of music, first, one, they have to go into acoustics, you know, and that is what gives it that warm sound. Now, yeah, computer can try to create it. That's when you're on stage, you play all these things in computer. But it will never sound like the record. And that's what make that Studio One sound. And that's what's missing. And so this is what is needed, you know, to teach the how this is done, how this technique, it's like a lost technique. It's not a lost technique yet, but if generation coming and other generation coming, new generation will be coming. Like we have the trap generation, you have a trap generation now. And so future generation might come and want to create another genre of music too. So it is very good to keep the reggae vibration coming from Jamaica. That has always been about love, upliftment, and positiveness and righteousness. So, you know, we have to continue to keep that message going.
Yeah. I mean, just thinking about it, if, you know, we want to make it out, and then just consider for young people that maybe, you know, reggae is a good way to go, because that is what is in demand a lot, you know, also around the whole world, and you have a potential to be able to go out more, you know, into that market. So
well, you have a thing called the hype, you know. have a thing called, and the hype is where a man got all 10 million views on him thing and him say, boy, me the top man cause me have 50 million views or 100 million views. Because him thing, him channel. But when you really go out there and the sea of music, Bob Marley are the king of the music out there. See?
Yeah.
And the consciousness of that music is what carrying all other music. So sometimes certain other music, even though it's big in the Caribbeans, and that you them want, when they reach to the festival, they recognize the reggae band with hands and some different thing are going on. Let's see. You know, So
I mean, they even have whole festivals dedicated only to reggae festivals all over Europe every summer. I'm sure in America too.
That's a testament of the powerful of reggae. So I wouldn't even compete with the other music. I don't do that. I just, as I say, love to everyone who makes music. That's my team. That way I stay out of the animosity and the problems of, saying something that can affect anyone at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to end this interview with those wonderful words. And, thank you so much for this uplifting listening, and give thanks that, we could manifest this interview.
Yes. Give thanks to the Most High and give thanks to Empress Colleen to make this manifest, because I don't know what's happening on my phone that caused me to not come true, but God is good.
But that's how it works sometimes, you need an agent, somebody to help out and, make things happen. So everything happened for a reason, like I said. And for some reason, it was meant to start today, and this has been episode 1 of For the Love of Reggae, and I feel so empowered and happy now to continue this series every Sunday. So look out for the next flyer, and thank you so much, Yami Bolo, and I wish you. Yes. I wanted to wish you a continued blessed Sunday, and until next time.
Give thanks, and I wish you all the best upon your series For the Love of Reggae, because reggae is our priceless treasure that must be treasured, as future generations shall come and eat and sip from this reggae cup, or drink or pick a fruit from this reggae tree, that was planted, for us and other youths by our ancestors, by the greats before us, who set the foundation that youth like we can come. And so we are even singer, and DJ, respect the elders, show respect for the elders, and big up to the youths too. There's no competition. We just have to show love and respect and got you. Even though some people take a good love, when you show love, people take it for fool. That is why most of the youth, them, they're not a love thing. Them deal with bad boy thing. People respect that. However, to humble and push the love thing, as the ministry.
Give much thanks for that.
Yeah.
And, thanks for all the music. I mean, a big sea of music that you have contributed to a lot. So, big, maximum respect.
I'll glory to God. I'll glory, we give all praises to Jah.
Yeah.
I'm just a humble servant of Jah that, get the inspiration to speak to his people in the office of the pen. And I humbly, ask him to show me what to sing and what to write. That will not affect anyone, but a message to the heart, So I will just leave it there. I want to thank you very much for your efforts for trying, 2 hours last time to make it manifest. And, we give thanks that it manifest this time. So I'd
Yeah.
love to say big up to all the people in Maryland and all the ones who watch it. Yes, Christian, Jews, and Muslim, Hindus, and everyone. Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana, Barbados, St. Lucia, England, Europe, all over the world. Japan,
The whole world.
The whole world. You have certain people that's a big up to every human being, everyone, and every player's of instrument as well. Jalove.
Yes.
Jalove will rule.
For real. Jalove will rule the world.
Yes.
Okay. Give thanks again. I'm going to shut this off. I salute
yes, thank you. Yes, love, and nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Gift up.
Finally, we did it.
Yes, we did it. Thank you very much.
And thank you again.